next week, right here in Nairobi, the world will have a glimpse of a bold, new African vision for global transformation. Our continents will gather to project a fresh African position that will form the platform for just transitions into global net zero, environmentally sustainable shared prosperity, decarbonized manufacturing to meet the needs of all humanity, and a clean, green industrial revolution. The Africa Climate Summit will unveil a new Africa with a new voice, an Africa of abundance and opportunity, a continent endowed with all the resources that are needed to power green prosperity, a single market of over 1 billion people under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, a young Africa that is growing younger every decade, and an Africa that is ready to step up and take its rightful place as the driver of the next phase of global economic transformation. Through pioneering technologies and bold innovations, a youthful Africa is emerging to undertake structural change in order to transform for good our world systems of production and consumption. Two themes stand out in the analysis of the brave new world of Africa-led green transformation: youth and technological innovation. In the new paradigm, the youth are no longer the leaders of tomorrow that they have been for many decades. They are the pilots of this very moment and the captains of our collective voyage into the infinite field of opportunity that is unfolding before us. Technological innovation lies between the potential of our continent's tremendous resource endowments and our collective aspirations for shared abundance that will lift our people out of poverty into prosperity in their hundreds of millions. Every society relies on the boldness, curiosity, restless energy, and ambitious dreams of its youth to imagine a better future and to fashion in technology the pathway and means by which this future is to be reached. Empowering young people in their vast numbers with the capacity to produce new technologies and to apply existing technologies in fresh, imaginative ways is now the most important determinant of transformation potential. As we speak, societies and economies are now beginning to differentiate along the lines of capacity for technological innovation. Going forward into the future, the distinctions will be greater or lesser depending on the uptake of technology and innovation as fundamental components of national cultures. Africa must not be left behind and indeed must move with the global leaders. The time has come for every country on the continent to aggressively invest in the youth through high-quality education and training, and especially in terms of imparting the necessary technical skills, not only to enhance productivity significantly, but also to catalyze sustainable competitiveness through unrelenting innovation. The Pan-African vision of an integrated and prosperous and peaceful Africa, driven by its own citizens, representing a dynamic force in the international arena, is not only beginning to unfold, it recognizes youth empowerment and the global ICT revolution as its fundamental factors. This is why the second goal of the first aspiration refers to well-educated citizens and skills revolutions underpinned by science, technology, and innovation, whilst the fourth goal sets out the agenda of transforming Africa's economies through benefication of Africa's natural resources, manufacturing, industrialization, and value addition, as well as raising productivity and competitiveness as an essential objective. The sixth youth-centered aspiration of the Africa we want specifically identifies the creation of opportunities for Africa's youth for self-realization, access to health, education, and jobs as a fundamental requirement of Agenda 2063. Thus, a Pan-African vision for the transformation of every country on our continent has been set out very clearly. We are in the moment of implementation. I'm happy to report that in Kenya, our bottom-up economic transformative agenda amplifies this vision. We have committed and are in the process of implementing radical positive change through strategic interventions in 5 priority sectors, primarily aimed at creating millions of jobs for our young people. An important underlying consideration is to significantly enhance the productivity of labor. The bottom-up economic transformative agenda, therefore, lays emphasis on the digital superhighway pillar to catalyze transformation in the other 4 pillars. That is, universal healthcare coverage, agriculture, affordable housing, and the hustler economy or cooperatives and MSME sector. At the same time, the digital superhighway lays the foundation through last-mile broadband connectivity to fully launch Kenya's youth into the digital and creative economy by making it possible to establish hubs of innovation and creative expression throughout the country. Further, the agenda lays strong emphasis on our youth-driven ICT potential to support such new-age industries as business process, outsourcing, and other high-quality tech jobs, which leverage innovations and artificial intelligence, robotics, and other technologies to enhance our productivity and competitiveness. We have unlocked the full potential of our education system by taking effective measures to make it accessible, affordable, and capable of imparting skills and competencies that will enable our young people to compete effectively and deliver in industries across every sector of our economy. Therefore, from a robust curriculum beginning in childhood to flexible and pragmatic pathways to tertiary and higher education and training, we recognize prior learning and optimize the linkages between learning, teaching, research and development, as well as internship opportunities and technical and vocational education and training. We are serious about entrenching sustainable complementarities between our education system and the dynamic needs to industry to keep our economy resilient and competitive. Distinguished guests, this is why an event like this one is of tremendous interest to me and to the government of Kenya. Every opportunity and platform to develop and showcase technical skills, together with the outputs of our national technical and vocational education and training ecosystem, is a golden chance to reaffirm the promise of national socio-economic transformation. For our youth, this event has also been our window of tremendous good fortune to welcome and interact with their peers from various African countries, including Egypt, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, Ghana, and to compete in both the African Technical Challenge as well as the World Skills National Competition. It is noteworthy that the Africa Tech Challenge is a commendable spin-off of a hugely successful collaboration between an industrial corporation through its corporate social responsibility project and the Ministry of Education, which began as a technical and vocational and training partnership. In its 8th edition, this event has gone continental. I commend AFIC International for this inspired program. Congratulations and keep it up. I urge other corporates to come forward with their contribution to the transformation of innovation and its role in cementing the linkage between education and training on one hand and the imperatives of industrialization and competitiveness on the other. I also note that Kenya joined the World Skills International Competition only 2 years ago, yet we are now posting a team to compete next year in France. I encourage the Ministry of Education to enhance this approach in order for us to define the building blocks of Kenya's youth productivity and industrial competitiveness, which are the continuous improvement of technical skills and capacity for innovation. I take this opportunity to appreciate and congratulate all the participants in the events leading up to this finale, especially the interactions and competitions that have showcased the potential of our young people to provide effective leadership in learning, teaching, research, development, and innovation, as well as industrial management. You affirm our faith in our youth and our hope in the future. It is my hope that you will go forth and keep up the spirit of Africa Tech Challenge in order to take the industries and economy of our continent places. This is your moment. Please go for it. I also encourage more young people to find and use opportunities like this to raise their game, build networks, and enhance their productivity and potential for transformative leadership. As Africa comes into its own, do your part to raise her high and to rise with her. The government of Kenya remains fully supportive of programs and events like this, which go a long way to reinforce our overall capacity to achieve our aspirations through the bottom-up economic transformative agenda. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless Africa.